Welcome to Season 3, guys. Now, after a nice long sleep, after a long-ass draft, we're ready to hop into this new season, and obviously we already played one preseason game. Unfortunately, the recording for it ended up getting corrupted, so you guys aren't going to end up seeing that, but I can show you the box score, which is really great. I mean, looking at us, obviously our starters didn't necessarily play the entire game, just a couple series. Forbes actually had a pretty decent game, 46 yards and a touchdown. Nice to see that his drive actually went pretty well. And our backup, our new rookie, Kenny Lennon, ended up going 217 with a touchdown and an interception. Did end up getting sacked once, but hey, what can you do, right? In terms of our rushing game, Montez Sweat did have 15 for 73 and 2 touchdowns. Forbes got out for 12. I think I'm going to actually scramble with him a little bit this season. Mayberry only had 3 for 8, and of course that was about it. Now in terms of receiving, Hutchinson actually had over 100 yards, had a touchdown as well. He had a really long one at 75 yards, which is pretty much how he got up to over 100. But otherwise, Sweat ended up having 61 with 5 receptions. Greg Foote, our new tight end, ended up having 2 for 48. Actually held onto the ball pretty well as well. Nathan Gabriel had 2 for 20 and a touchdown. Mayberry had 1 for 11. A couple other guys ended up having 1 too, including our new rookie, Damian Roth, as well. He actually has some really good hands too. That was a pretty contested reception as well. I wish we could actually see it, but it was actually really good, so I'm super excited to have him as our wide receiver too this season. Now, the defense, unfortunately, was a little quiet, but again, it's not like we had our starters out there for a ton of the game. And Bosa and Parsons each had a TFL, and then there was one sack that was split between DeMarcus Lawrence and Jalen Carter, which was actually a really good play and ended up forcing them off the field, but unfortunately, that was the only real pressure we can get that game. No interceptions, no forced fumbles either, but we still ended up winning the game 27-24, so can't be too upset about that. I mean, it is only preseason, so it's not like it makes that much of a difference, but still nice to get a win in that first game. But I really only wanted to play one preseason game just to really kind of get used to the new players. So what we're actually going to do is skip ahead to the regular season. And this will actually allow us to kind of see how everyone else did in the rest of the preseason and allow us to see who we're going to be facing in week 1, because I did not look ahead that far. So it looks like we're starting the season with 3 non-divisional games. It looks like week 1 we're going to be taking on Jacksonville at home. Then we head to Houston for week 2, and then we head back home against the Jets for week 3. I think the Texans are actually going to be a pretty tough game. This one might be too. I mean, Josh Allen is a really great linebacker, so especially with us not necessarily knowing how our offense is going to operate, hopefully it's still going to be as good as it was last year. Hopefully a little bit better, but since we don't know, that might be a little difficult, but we're going to go out there and do our best. But before we get a look at Jacksonville, let's actually set our season goal and look at a couple things here. I mean, last season we ended up getting to the playoffs. I mean, our plan was to win 7 games, which we absolutely broke even before, like, I think week 12 or something like that. So again, just getting 7 wins ain't going to be much for us. It'd be really nice to win the Super Bowl, don't get me wrong, but I think more realistically, we just want to make the playoffs again. I think the year after this one, we actually have a better shot of making the Super Bowl, but for now, let's plan on this and hope that we outperform our projection. And not just that, but we ended up going to an 88 overall. I mean, that's what you get when you get a lot of new draft picks and ones that are really good too. Really improving our secondary and also our wide receiver position too. So looking at the keys to winning this first game, don't get me wrong, I think we're going to have a really good offense this season. I think that we've improved in a lot of spots, despite the fact that we've given away a couple of our players for some draft assets. But I really think that our defense is still the best part of this team and what I think is going to lead us to victory this week. And this is where I really wish I would have looked at their team first to know if I really want to stop the run or defend the pass, but I would imagine that Trevor Lawrence is still their quarterback, so I think as long as we disrupt the pass, we're going to be good. Plus, this will kind of put the spotlight on a couple of our rookie players as well, so fingers crossed they can go out there and do well in their debuts. So let's beat them and allow less than 200 passing yards. I think we have the ability to do that. So I'll end up doing the scouting and choosing the draft class a little bit later. Probably won't be in a video, but I'll end up doing that and maybe we can actually touch on that next week. But for now, let's actually look at the Jaguars and see who they have on their team. We'll go and kind of look position by position, and yes, Trevor Lawrence is still their quarterback, looking pretty good as well, up to an 87 now. Looks like ETN is still their running back, someone we're definitely going to have to look out for, but again, as long as we defend the pass, I think that, our defense is good enough to be able to stop the run on their own. Looks like Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley are their 2 main receivers. Of course, they have Parker Washington, as well as Will Pugh, who was a rookie last season, and Pokey Wilson as well. So 5 guys in the receiver room right now, along with Evan Ingram too, who is up to an 89. Now their defensive line doesn't necessarily look too experienced right now. It looks like Carlos Hayward is a second-year player. Farrell has some experience, but unfortunately is injured right now, so they're going to be looking to Tyler Lacey, a third-year player. But it looks like their most experienced one is Davon Hamilton. who's a 79 overall. So again, we're going to kind of look to run to the outside as opposed to trying to rush up the middle. Now their linebackers look pretty good. Obviously Trayvon Walker. They also do have Oluokun as well, along with Josh Allen. So again, their linebackers are a little bit scary. And if we look in their secondary too, Tyson Campbell is someone we're going to have to keep the ball away from. And of course, Morgan Turner, who is their second-year player, looks like a pretty good cornerback as well. Now, their safeties, Andre Sisco and Jair Brown, are also really good. So, again, if we're going to end up airing it out this game, guys that we're going to have to look out for and try to keep it away from. So, despite the fact that they have a really good team and obviously a really good rushing attack, I think we're going to defend the deep pass. Again, that's the thing that we talked about before the game. That's going to be a key to the victory. So, let's defend that, and let's just kind of leave it up to the rest of the defense to defend the run. And offensively, like I said, we're going to be running to the outside. Let's try to keep it away from Josh Allen, but if we have to run to that side, so be it. So, let's get into this Week 1 matchup because it looks like we're going to be playing on primetime. Not quite sure why Week 1 they gave us in Jacksonville the Monday night game, but hey, I'm not going to complain. Really excited for this game, really excited for the season because, again, we've really improved at a lot of positions, so I'm really excited to see how they do. I know it's going to be a lot of their debuts, but let's see if we can come out of here with a win. Beautiful night for some Bison football, man. It's going to be a really good one here in San Diego. Again, Monday night primetime. And look at those luscious locks on Trevor Lawrence, man. And looks like we're going to get a chance to see it again because we ended up kicking off. So let's see if we can force him off the field in just a couple plays here. Well, that's not a good start because Etienne gets out for a big gain of 19. Not sure why I wasn't expecting the run on the first one, but that led us to this position. Let's see a little bit of motion. They're going to be running again. Oh my goodness, man, come on. You had to see him going up the middle and you kind of scooted away. Etienne up to 36 after only 2 plays. That's not the kind of tone setting that I was hoping from our defense. Oh, man. Oh, he ends up dropping it. Man, he ended up getting cooked over there, ended up breaking his ankles, but thankfully he dropped it. But we can't expect that every time, man. That's not going to happen. They got some pretty good receivers, so let's get in there. There we go. What a stop for a loss of 2 by Aaron Donald. Good to know someone wanted to show up today. Let's see if we can get in and disrupt this again. Oh, come on, you got to stop him, and that is a first down for 14 yards. There's only one thing that can stop Calvin Ridley, and that's just DraftKings. Either way, let's see if we can stop him here. They are getting close to field goal range, and it looks like they're going to get into it here with a nice little toss out there for good gain of 8. Evan Ingram, again, we drafted a couple of linebackers to see if we can actually get a better matchup out there, but unfortunately, didn't look like that paid off here. But someone get the ball. Yes! There we go. Can we get up? We cannot, but I am okay with that. What a forced fumble right there. And then it was picked up by Micah Parsons. Absolutely insane, man. Like I said, Aaron Donald is the one who wanted to actually play today. And it's definitely showing on that first drive. Can we get another good block? We can. Mayberry ends up picking up 6 on his first rush of the season. So guys might think that I'm crazy, but after that one preseason game, I actually have a little bit more faith in Frank. So let's see if we can actually go for a pass here. There we go, good pass, but ends up getting swatted away. It is now 3rd and 4. So I only had one read on that, and it was definitely the wrong one. Either way, let's end up picking up this first down. There we go, Mayberry, good not catch, and it ends up getting knocked out, and we're going to have to punt. So maybe I shouldn't have gassed up Frank there. That was a big mistake, but a really nice punt there. Pins them back to the 14. Come on, we can't let them get a first right away, but we do. Unfortunately, again, over to Ingram. Just a couple of mismatches, especially when we're playing man. Oh, come on. Get him out there. There we go. Nice tackle, and Etienne only gets 1. As long as we can shut down their rushing attack, I think we can focus more on the passing game. Question is, can we guarantee that we can do that? Either way, it looks like they're going trips to the left. Play action. Get up there. Way to break that up, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. And that was our rookie, Sidney Chancellor there. Really great play by him. Wish he could have picked that, but hey, we'll take it. Take a knockdown there. Someone get there. Damn, not quite. And another 3rd down pickup. 3rd downs always seem to be our kryptonite for some reason. Maybe that's just because of our secondary. Maybe that's just because of me. Either way, come on, we need to stop them in the passing game. Washington ends up picking up another 1st down. I don't know what to do to be able to stop them. Again, it looks like they're going to run on this one, though. They are. Someone get in there and tackle him. What a nice takedown. Now, we can deal with only 3 yards of play, but we can't deal with these big ones for like 12. Someone get back there. Nice defense right there. That was a great throw by Lawrence, not going to lie, especially for someone who had his back to the play. But I guess if you're considered a superstar quarterback, then I guess you can make throws like that. Justin Herbert did it last year, then I guess Lawrence can do it this year. There we go. What a pick! Nice! Chancellor ends up getting his first pick of his career in his debut. My dude, what great pass defense on that one. And there's that new defense showing up. Already 2 turnovers in the first quarter. And let's see if we can keep it going. Oh, look at Mayberry trying to slice and dice. Looked like he was going to get taken down for a loss of 5, but ends up picking up 2. Not what we were hoping for, but hey, you know what? At least it's positive yards. Let's see if we can pick it up right here. There we go. Nice catch over there for a gain of 5. But that does leave us with a 3rd and short, and you know what? I know we should be passing it, but we're running right up the middle with Mayberry. That was not where he was supposed to go. He was supposed to go to the left, not the right. And that's really frustrating because it looked like he actually had a pretty nice open lane over there too. But unfortunately, now we have to punt, and it is going to be a scoreless one after only 1 quarter. Unfortunately, that pick ended up kind of going to waste, but at least we pinned them back a little bit. They have a full 84 yards to go, but a ton of time to throw. There we go. Way to end up breaking that up, Sims. That was a risky throw by him. We're actually going to be blitzing Houston on this one. It's a little risky considering the fact that... Oh, never mind. Not risky at all. Houston gets in there pretty much untouched and gets a half a sack along with Jalen Carter. So maybe that strong safety blitz is going to work after all. So now they got a 3rd and long. Let's just make sure that they don't pick this up because, again, this has been our kryptonite pretty much all season. Come on. Get him out of there. There we go. Nice break up. And they're going to have to punt it back to us, and we're going to get some really good field position, too. So let's try to be a little bit smarter here. We got to pick and choose when and where we want to run. And that was not a great one. We only pick up 1. Mayberry not looking great right now, but that is definitely bound to turn around. Our offense cannot stay this horrible for this long, you know what I mean? Oh, but apparently we can. Mayberry gets taken down for no gain. So someone's going to be open here. 3rd and 9. Let's pick up a 1st down to someone. Nice. No, way out of his range, and now we're going to have to punt yet again. So I think the NFL is a little upset that they put us on Monday Night Primetime, because still no score right here. We're really kind of struggling on both sides of the ball. Or I'm sorry, both teams on these sides of the ball. That is going to be a roughing the passer, I think. And unfortunately, I did not switch my player in time. I thought I was going to the corner to be able to block that, but that's okay. You know what? We're still fine right here. Nice. Way to end up stopping him, only for a gain of 4. And Trevor isn't even at 50% right now with his completion percentage. So let's see if we can keep it that way. Very nice, and we do. Another bad pass. But I'm really going to credit that to the pressure that we're getting, because he needs to get the ball out pretty quick. So let's keep doing that. Aaron, I'm trusting you right here, buddy. You've been making a big impact already this game. Let's see if we can do it again. No! I can't believe he got free out there! Are you kidding me? I thought we were going to get in for the sack, but Evan Ingram, again, like I said before, was going to be a really tough matchup because we don't really have a linebacker that's going to match up on him. And he gets out free, and that is going to be a touchdown. Yeah, and Myles Garrett, unfortunately, just couldn't stay on him, and that was a really bad attempt at a tackle. Now we're down 7-0. So let's stop messing around here. Let's go back to our game. Let's run. Let's actually get some good gains right here. There we go. That's going to be a good one. Not quite ahead for a little bit more, but hey, you know what? Now Mayberry's above 20, and we're happy at that. So let's go 1st and 10 right here. There we go. Good catch. Unfortunately, that gets broken up. 2nd and 10. Let's see if someone can get open right here. Who do we got? There we go. We got Roth. My dude, what a catch right there. That is a big gain for about 25-26. And boy, the difference of actually having really good receivers out there is really nice. Maybe that's part of Frank's problem last season. Unfortunately, he gets taken down there. I thought we could have gotten out to the outside, but hey, you know what? That's okay. We're just going to pick up the 1st down right here and a little bit more. There we go. Way to go, Mayberry. He's just racking up the yards now. 1st and 10. Let's see if we can get someone in the end zone. Oh, there we go. What a great drag route over there by Foot. And that's his first reception of the season. And I need to learn numbers better because that was Roth, again, for another reception. He's actually been pretty good. He might actually unseat Gabriel for wide receiver 1. Either way, let's go for the run right here. Let's just walk right in. Way to go, Mayberry. His first of many touchdowns this season. And now we're going to tie it right back up. So, hey, like I said, all we had to do was stop kind of goofing around and go back to our game. And we were going to be fine. But unfortunately... Whoa, what a move by Etienne! And he ends up picking up a ton, but come on, we need to find a way to stop him. And despite the fact that a play wasn't going on between 1:59 and 2 minutes, Still went down to 159 on the 2-minute warning. And where we go. Sims breaking up the pass. Honestly, this game is making me really excited for the secondary because they are doing extremely well. I mean, Lawrence is definitely, again, still under 500 for his, or still under 50% for his completion percentage. But he ended up making one right there, and they're going to be rushing to the line. They really want to get a score off before the end of this. Oh my goodness, not again. Calvin Ridley ends up burning our new corner. And unfortunately, Chancellor gets burnt right there. And now they have it 1st and 10 in the red zone. We need to find a way to stop them right here because you know they want to get in the end zone one more time. And they're going to end up doing it right there. And unfortunately, Christian Kirk, one of the guys that we ended up pointing out at the beginning of the game, ends up getting in for a score, and we need to find a way to really kind of answer back before the half. Because, man, it looked like it was going to be a boring game for the first, 12 minutes, but, man, has it really picked up in the last 5. So we have a good 85 yards to go over the next 50 seconds, but we do have all of our timeouts, and that's really, really good for us. There we go. We find Mayberry. Can he get out? Not quite. Let's call our first timeout. We need to find a way to start getting out of bounds, though. We're going to end up going for a screen, though. Frank, how did you not get that out? He was going through his throwing motion, but didn't get the ball out, so we're going to have to try this one more time. And unfortunately, that is not going to end up happening. Thankfully, that falls to the turf, and we need to punt and make sure they don't get a field goal. So again, maybe I shouldn't have been as high on Frank as I was. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Either way, though, we can still come out in the second half and do this, but oh man, that ball popped up. That could have been intercepted. But either way, again, we just need to keep them out of field goal range right here. They still have yet to hit midfield. Oh, no. There we go. Yes, interception by Sims. Can we get a good return? I don't think so, but there we go. 18 seconds and we have 60 yards to go. Do you think we can do it? 18 seconds. I don't either, but we're going to give it a shot. There we go, Jefferson. No way. No way he intercepted that. So just some sloppy play all around. And again, now we got to go back to making sure that they don't end up getting a field goal. And it looks like they're going to get in range here. Empty back set. I'm guessing they just want to get into field goal range, which is just going to be a short pass, which is right there. Come on, keep them up for a little bit longer. And we couldn't. Now they got 2 seconds, and they're going to end up kicking a 51-yard field goal right here. And it is now going to be a 2-score game going into the half. So that was a really hectic way to end the first half and not the way we wanted to, and now we're down by 2 scores. So even though we're down by 2 scores, I think we're going to continue to run to the outside. When that's working, it opens everything else up. So again, I think that's probably going to be smartest. I think we're going to defend the medium pass on this one. They're really gashing us on that. So Mayberry's actually in the zone, so maybe that actually could be a really good start for us this half. So let's run to the outside. Let's see if we can pick this up. Ooh, nice little cutback, but ends up getting tackled for only 5. I know he's getting frustrated too because he was able to run all over teams last season. So the fact that he hasn't even hit 100 yards yet in the first half is really bothering him. But there we go, up to 71 now. Let's keep it up. Let's keep feeding him because, man, again, he is the one who I know can actually run this offense. So we don't need much here. We just need 3. So let's find a way to pick up this first. There we go. That's over to Foot, and he ends up dropping it. Just like last one, all we need is a first down right here. Someone's going to get open. The question is who? There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Gabriel. I always know I can trust him if we really need a first down right there. Maybe not the prettiest pass, but hey, it ends up working. So let's go. First down, good pass over there to Roth. He only ends up picking up 4 and gets injured in the process. Yeah, don't worry. We'll get him back pretty soon. But again, we have a pretty stacked receiving core, if I do say so myself. So I think we're going to be fine. Either way, let's get out there. Come on, Mayberry. Nice way to break that tackle, and he ends up getting up to a 3rd and inches. So I think it's time, guys. We just drafted a fullback. Let's see if he can pick up the first for us. Look at that, just beef on beef. Gets all the way up there and ends up picking up 1 yard. Call me crazy, but I think Dexter Lawrence actually had better rushes last season. Either way, that was only 1. Let's go for the run over here again. Let's go plow through him. Oh, he doesn't quite plow through, but he ends up picking up 9. He's close to a first. 2nd and inches. Shouldn't be throwing the ball, but we're going to anyways. You know how it is. There we go. Mayberry. So 2nd and inches, and it looks like they're clogging up the middle. Let's kind of trick them here and actually run to the outside. I know that's been our game plan, but man, look at that hole that opened up. Mayberry ends up taking advantage of that, gets over 100 yards, and is now down to the 11-yard line. Let's go 1st and 10. Let's see if we can score on this one. Oh no, that's the wrong read. That is not who I wanted to throw to. But not a big deal. No harm, no foul. 2nd and 10. Let's score right here. Jefferson's going to be open. There he is. No, that gets knocked down, and that is now 3rd and 10. Still in range to score, though, so let's end up doing it right here. Over on the screen, we actually get the ball off this time, but no one wanted to block, and it is now 4th and 10. And despite a nice drive, we are settling for 3 points now. I know that doesn't necessarily seem popular, but hey, we need to bring it back to a 1-score game. We had so many turnovers in that first half. Let's see if we can replicate that here on this one. There we go. Get up to him. Get out to him. And he ends up having to throw it out. Good coverage sack on that one. Let's see if the secondary can do the same thing again. Hopefully we can stop him right here. Oh, they go for the run, and ETN gets stopped in the backfield for a loss of 4. Thank you, Aaron Donald, again, for just being a monster on defense. Then again, do we expect any less? You know what I mean? This dude's a monster in real life, so why not in a video game too? Either way, empty back set. 3rd and 13, we need to get in. Disrupt this. We can't give him so much time. But there we go. That's another pick. Let's go. Chancellor ends up picking him off. And my dude, in his debut, ends up getting yet another pick. Is that 2 already? You bet it is. And dude is having an incredible debut right now. So let's go back to the running game because that seems to be working, and it is yet again. And Mayberry picks up another 10. Honestly, if we want this to keep working, I think we need to keep going back to Mayberry because, again, even when you have defenders getting on him like that, he still finds a way to get around them. And ends up picking up 9 on that one. And after him picking up this next first down, I think we need to rest him a little bit. We definitely don't want him to be fatigued for the entire season. You know what I mean? Ooh, they try to blitz. Mayberry looking really shifty there. Ends up getting down to the 5-yard line, and that is a good way to end the 3rd quarter. And after 3, we're knocking on the door again, and we have a chance to actually tie it right here. Mayberry having a really great game, and our defense is looking solid. So let's give our hometown crowd a reason to be excited this season. Let's punch this one in. And let's tie the game right back up. Mayberry falls forward for 4. Dude is a monster. So we're going to run to the outside here. Again, maybe a little tough, but hey, you know what? That opens up a huge hole out there. And Mayberry scores, and now we're going to be back to a tie ball game. Let's see if our defense can hold them, and let's see if we can come back and win for this crowd. So it's a brand new ball game with about 7 minutes left in the game. Again, our defense is looking good. We've already forced 4 turnovers. So let's see if we can get another one. So let's go. Let's see if we can get some pressure again. Ooh, very nice breakup right there. Dude, again, our defense is just laying some hits down. And that is what I expected them, don't get me wrong, but man, we definitely did not see that in like the 2nd and 3rd quarter. So it's nice to see that we're getting that right there. They pick up only a couple on that pass. So 3rd and 5, let's get them off the field and let's see if we can get the momentum back on our side just so we can score again. Oh, they're going for the screen. Good call on that. But he cuts them down. Let's go. 4th and inches now, and now they're going to have to punt away again. The block shedding on that one was top tier, and boy, did we absolutely need that. So let's go. 1st and 10. Let's get the ball back. Let's run again. Nice try on cutting it back there, but only picks up 3. Someone's going to have to get open here. Might have to be a short pass, but we're okay with that. Instead, we end up getting sacked for a loss of about 14. Need a really big gain right here. Need to figure something out. Again, we can't just get off the field on this one. Thankfully, that ends up, I guess, falling to the turf. That was supposed to go deep, but that release time is just not good. And that's what happens when you stop leaning on the run. And now they're actually pretty close to field goal range. So let's pick up a stop here. Another 3, and that would be nice. But man, what a great route by Ridley right there. And he ends up picking up the 1st. Not much you can do there. That's just a good receiver doing good receiver things. So let's go. 1st and 10. Let's just kind of keep him out of the end zone at this point. Thankfully, we end up stopping them for only a gain of 2, though. All right, we're starting to lose a little bit of that momentum, so come on, let's try to get it back right here. Aaron Donald, you've been an absolute monster this entire game. And we didn't really need him on that one, because we end up stopping ETN for only a gain of 1. So if we hold him to a field goal here, we feel really good about this possession. Because, again, that started off really close to field goal range to begin with. Uh-oh, they're going for a designed run. I don't know if that was just a broken down play, but hey, you know what? 4th and 7, they got to go for the field goal. And with only about 3 minutes left, they end up going up by a field goal. Let's see if we can get a scoring, put ourselves up. So we got 3 minutes to work at 84 yards downfield. I think we can do that. Again, maybe not necessarily with the rushing game, but hey, I think we're going to be all right here. So let's just rush it up the middle right now. We just want to pick up that 1st down and make sure that we actually have a fresh set of downs going forward. The 1st and 10, let's actually put this ball in the air. Oh my goodness, man. My goodness, that is so difficult to defend. We are now down to the 2-minute warning after that sack, and we need to find a way to work back down. So let's start with the screen pass here. Let's see if we can actually get some blocks this time. And we are not going to. So we are in 4-down territory, but again, we need to make a huge splash right here. And that's a good pass right there. Oh, Gabriel, I needed you to catch that, buddy. So let's go. Last-ditch effort right here. Let's see if we can get some yards. That's going to be Jefferson. And he gets the first down. No way. Let's go. That is going to be a flag, though. What's it going to be on? Please don't be on us. Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Let's go. That is a huge play right there. And now we're going to get it down onto the 44. And that just breathed new life into us, baby. Let's go. 1st and 10. We got 3 timeouts. Let's see if we can trick him here with a nice little draw, which we don't. That's only a good 2 yards. Let's go. We just need to get out of bounds on this one. Let's see. We're going to actually kind of scramble out to the right. There we go. There we go. Let's go, Jefferson. That may be a score. Let's go. Touchdown, baby. And now we are up again. Let's go. Jefferson getting out there. He's been an absolute godsend this entire drive. And man, he is the reason why we may end up winning this game. And that 4-point lead is what we need, because that means that they cannot win this with a field goal or even tie it. So they need to go for a touchdown, and I think we can stop them. So it's up to this defense to make that stop. Again, we've had a lot of turnovers this game. Our defense has been really solid. Let's see if they can stay that way for just another minute. Let's go. Very nice. And he ends up throwing it out there. And that little hit on Lawrence was really nice too. Nice. Maybe you can rattle him a little bit. Either way, let's get back in there. There we go. Oh, they're just throwing it up. Can we? There we go. We end up blocking it out. We end up actually knocking it down. I was hoping for the pick, but, you know, we'll take that. Big 3rd down right here. Let's see if we can push him to a 4th right now. Again, we just got to keep getting a little bit of pressure. Oh, we do, but it's going to be a screen. I should have read that from the get-go. But there we go. Way to shed that block. And there we go. Only 6 yards on that one. So we need to get them off the field right here. We get them off the field, we win. We can't allow them a 1st down. And, well, there one is right there to Calvin Ridley. And now my heart rate goes right back up to about 150. Either way, let's try to get in here and disrupt this. We're only sending 3. But there we go. Get over there. What are you doing? You're just sitting there waiting for nothing. Oh, fumble. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Houston. Just get out of bounds. There we go. And that is the way to end the game with another, I think, the 5th turnover of this game. And, man, Trevor Lawrence just was not careful with this football all game, and it just showed right there. Yeah, that ball is clearly out before he hits the ground. And man, do we have a really good return right there. And I think we can just knee the ball to win the game. So a lot of sloppy play from, well, I guess both teams. But especially our offense, man. A couple of really bad decisions by Forbes. But honestly, as long as we came out with a victory, that's what I'm happy about. A lot of really good debuts from a couple of our rookies too. And again, man, this secondary looked really, really good. A lot of turnovers, and the defense just absolutely held it down for us. I mean, man, we really held Trevor Lawrence in check for the most part. I mean, 18 for 34, only a 52% completion percentage. Still ended up with 261 yards and 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions, not good for him. In terms of Forbes, though, only 133. Obviously, he got a lot on that last drive right there. But still, 133 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But thankfully, we end up getting the ball back, and that's the most important thing. Now, in terms of our rushing attack, man, Mayberry, 163, 2 touchdowns, pick him right back off where he left off. Unfortunately, we didn't see Sweat out there at all, but, you know, we'll work him in. That way, Mayberry stays fresh for the rest of the season. Now, in terms of our receivers, man, Mayberry only got 8 on a couple of those screen passes right there, dropped 2. Roth ended up picking up 42, made a couple really good grabs, only 1 drop as well. But man, Tremaine Jefferson was really big on that last drive, ended up getting all 71 yards on that one, as well as that 1 touchdown, which was huge and ended up putting us up for good. Gabriel ended up getting 12, and Foot ended up dropping 1, unfortunately. But you know what? Not a bad showing for the first week. We really want to get a couple of 100-yard receiving games from a couple of these guys this season, so we'll try to focus on that a little bit more. But in this one, we just really needed the dub. Now again, like I said, Aaron Donald was the one who really showed up for this defense. He was the only one who showed up in that first half and really kind of kept it going throughout. Had 3 TFLs, 1 sack. Bosa and Houston each had a TFL themselves, and it looks like Bosa and Carter ended up getting the half sack along with Houston. So I didn't realize that all 3 of them got in on that sack. But there we go. Hey, we'll take that all day. And not just that, but Chancellor ended up picking off 2 balls in his rookie debut. Absolutely incredible. And Donovan Sims picking up where he left off as well with 1. And in terms of forced fumbles, man, Donald had that one in the first half, and Garrett to pop it out in that last one as well. And we had the 2 fumble recoveries, 1 from Parsons and 1 from Houston. And one other thing that I'm really proud of right here too is the fact that we had 4 pass deflections in that game too. That's something that we really lacked on last year and especially the year before. So to see the fact that our secondary is actually deflecting some passes is really good. So again, a really sloppy game, but extremely happy that we were able to pull out a victory in our season opener, especially at home in front of our crowd. Now, we're not going to see them for another week or 2 because our next game at home is going to be against the Jets. But next time, we're going to be traveling to Houston, and let's see how they ended up doing. But before we take a look at that, looks like we got a new ability unlocked for Jalen Carter. That's actually really dope. It looks like he ended up getting BOGO, which defenders with this ability are granted a free pass rush move once per play after spending a pass rush point. That's actually really dope. And also, we're going to talk about the keys to the victory. I said that we were going to have to defend the pass, and we did pretty well, but unfortunately, they did get over 200 yards in the air. I know that's going to be a bit of an issue here, so, they're a little disappointed. Probably should have said that we were going to stop the run just so we could have actually gotten these boosts, but at the same time, we picked up a win. We got really close to actually reaching this goal, but at the same time, we ended up picking them off 3 times, and still really proud of our secondary for that. So after advancing to week 2, it looks like Houston ended up losing their first game. Now they are an 83 overall, so I guess that makes sense, but you would think with a lot of young talent like CJ Stroud and a lot of other guys that they have, that maybe they would have advanced a little bit more and maybe they'll be a playoff team. That was only 1 week, so we can't really use that as like a measuring stick for their entire season. But hopefully we can go out and deal them their second loss of the season. Now looking at the AFC West though, the Chiefs and the Raiders ended up winning and the Chargers ended up losing. So it looks like our division might actually be pretty good again. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Iron sharpens iron, so hey, you know what? If we're facing really good teams throughout the season, maybe that'll prepare us for the playoffs if we end up getting there, and maybe we make a deeper run than we did last season. But either way, we can't look ahead too much. We're going to look forward to facing the Texans next week in Houston, and hopefully we can come out with our second win of the season. But thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week against Houston.